Yes, mate. So another day, mate. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Well, not really, because I've been in all day. Proper. Been doing my own thing, mate. Been like sorting my room out, doing stuff like that. All my seeds are starting to finally grow, mate. So well after that, I'll do a video soon on my seeds and what I grow. Just been thinking about all the lockdown, mate. Apparently, the 7th of May. It's all going to be decision time and what's going to happen after that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Nobody knows what's really going to go on, really, are they? So, proper been in all day and just like thinking. And I don't know. I'm reading up on things online. I'm not an expert, I said before, but people are saying the people being hospitalised going in is getting less and things like that. And I was having this really interesting debate with a friend of mine a while back. Why did we start the lockdown? I mean, people are going to say, oh my God, so obvious because of what's going on, protect people. But it's where it's like, I know we've got a lockdown, but as soon as this lockdown's over, the numbers are going to go up again. I think we'll be in a second lockdown and maybe even a further, even more lockdown. So I do think that's plausible, even though it's come from the sun, which is a piece of poo. But that makes me kind of like think to myself, when the lockdown was placed on us, was it because we had to lock down for our safety, or was it because too many people had been hospitalised and the NHS couldn't keep up with it? It was a good point that was made the other day, a friend made, and I was thinking to myself, that's a pretty interesting point. But thankfully, I think a lot of people have taken notice to the lockdown. Some, I say. I mean, I went out the other day, and let's just say there were people with what you call it on their cars, mate, doing surfboards and things like that. Just imagine it. And I was saying earlier on, there's going to be one or two people out there that are going to be like, "Oh yes, darling. Do you want to go out today and go out 350 miles and forget about the lockdown?" "Oh yes, please. I know, darling. Let's bring our wonderful neighbours. We'll call them Dave and Sandra, and we'll dual isolate, and we'll all go together and, like, say, less than 6 feet apart while our delightful selves go out. Oh, shall we bring the kids? We got the van. Oh, they're showing symptoms, but don't worry, we'll stick them in the car with us, so we'll all get infected. Oh, I know. Let's go out for a wonderful drive down to the Torquay coastal path, and I bet you there's somebody. I bet there's a couple of prats out there that are doing it. And so let's move on. So they get down to the they get down to Torquay, and they get stopped. And I'm going to try and do my voice for Copper, and I'm going to try and do my incredibly delightful and very well, I don't know, posh voice. So I just imagine they get there like this, and I think it would be something like, I think this is what's probably happening, but it's happening now. Ah, yes, lovely. We're by the seaside. Remember, if you cough, just pretend you haven't got it, darling, kind of thing. I reckon that's going to go on. A cop's going to approach them and say, hello, what are you doing down here, kind of thing, And I reckon that's going to be our thing. They're going to go, oh yes, we came over 350 miles because we are incredibly important people and we don't have to abide by the lockdown. I reckon there's people out there that are blatantly doing it, not paying a hoot on the world, and hopefully they get a nice £60 pint, doesn't get reduced to 30. The other thing I do believe is, I reckon we're gonna call him. We'll just make an example. We'll call him Mr. Cough, for an instance. I reckon there's a bloke out there, or am I saying bloke, woman? I'm just making him up as a bloke because if not, I'll be seeing sex as I say woman. So I can be Manus instead, about my own kind. So I bet you there's a bloke out there. Just as an example, we'll call him Moby, for mobile Moby. So okay, so let's just say Moby has gone for a screening. He works in a supermarket. Let's just say that for an instance. Just say Moby. So Moby doesn't give a hoot. Moby has been confirmedly tested for COVID-19. Moby has decided that he's going to carry on working so he doesn't get furloughed. I guarantee you there is a Moby out there that is walking in a supermarket, a B&Q decking you with COVID-19 or something or other, you know what I mean, or a delivery driver or something. I guarantee you there is a Moby out there. And he's just walking actually, going around his normal way. Oh, hello, my neighbour Sue. Cough, cough, pass on. Oh, hello, boss. Pass on. Oh, hello, hello, my children. Pass on. Oh, hello, my neighbour I don't like. Pass it on. I guarantee you, we'll call him Moby because I had a mobile phone, I couldn't think of a name. I guarantee you there's going to be a Moby out there, and he's literally growing in numbers, I reckon, mate. I do reckon there's people out there. I mean, I went the other day and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I would say there was about 30, 40 cars. When the lockdown started, I was lucky I passed like 10, even 5 even. And at the time, all you saw was Bob the Builder, Fireman Sam, I haven't thought of a clever name for a doctor or a nurse, or someone supporting someone elderly like myself. And I guarantee you now, mate, there is, I don't know, there is like, let's just say, what can we think of as an example? A non-key worker. It's going around casually, just like, oh, I fancy doing this today, I fancy doing that today. Now sub a 1 hour exercise, I'm going out for the day, I'm eating, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I guarantee you there is someone out there doing it 110%. You know, I just know, I'm just convinced of it. You know, there's going to be somebody out there. So I just thought to myself, something to do. What's the, maybe like, you know, what's the most stupid reasons you've heard someone say they've been going out or something like that? You know, it's, I mean, I've seen to taking on the road at the moment is temporary support or carer or for the vulnerable or something. That seems to be my so far like job kind of thing. You know, it's different, I suppose, until everything sorts out. But you know, so this is just my video. I wonder what everyone else's thoughts are on the situation and what they spotted. I mean, I said the other day I couldn't believe I got told off for accidentally walking the line, going on the wrong arrows because they were scrubbed out on the floor. To get some woman going to me, you're on the wrong side, you're on the wrong side, you're on the wrong side. I'm like, no, well, I'm not in 6 feet, you calm down, let's move over here. And unless to see you all really pay attention to that mower going, yeah. And brother go and do the exact same thing she told me off for. And, of course, I couldn't resist it. Arrows, darling! I mean, couldn't resist it. So yeah, that's just my opinion on everything. So anyone else got any interesting stories, social distance breakers, or people decide to, you know, think they're like able to walk anywhere or anything like that? One of the best excuses I've heard recently, and I'm not, it's what I call it. I've called it key worker and vulnerability. The amount of times that I've heard this a couple of times on people like walk past, and so I know a couple of people have challenged people up before, and I've heard the one, oh, I can do that. I'm a key worker. I can go. I'm allowed to break the rules. I'm thinking, I've heard that a couple of times as well. And I'm just like, you should know bloody better than breaking the rules. You know, it's. I was up someone the other day, and it was quite an interesting one. I could see the old lady's point. 3 nurses, no coverage, literally like sardines next to each other, walking down the road, giggling, talking, and one of them was actually coughing, to be honest, as well. All nurses, and they were definitely not social distancing. And then people are going to say the key workers are going to have to social distance. I think he still should set an example for the rest of the public, because it's just putting like across that, oh, we can walk close, then that means that you can do it too, kind of thing. And little old lady, about 70, 75, would have said, she said, excuse me, girls. They looked at her and she said, shouldn't you be social distancing? And they turned and said, we're okay, we're key workers. I'm just like, And they just carried on. The other day he looked at me and went, that's it. So it just, we even look at the videos online, we're seeing them all getting close together and that, you know, but I mean, I bet there's some interesting stories people have seen, not just for people using the key worker secret code now or something, but there's a lot going on at the moment, and I'll be quite interested just to hear some of the crazy stories that our people have seen. So, yeah, in the meantime, big love to anyone that's a key worker, um, anyone, firemen, postal workers. God, I'm tired. Nurses, doctor. Oh, prick myself in the face. Lovely. Anyone, I wish anyone here and the best of luck and stay safe. Because luck's the wrong word. I keep saying luck. I don't like that word really. And thoughts with anyone that's has loved ones in are ill at the moment, or they have people that have lost them. People from this. I mean, I've had two people like one of the friends that have became ill. One's been quite bad, and big love for anyone that's been affected. Have a good evening. Stay safe, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.